This has been an amazing year for our Anderson County Marching Band, and our community is so very proud of all their accomplishments. But unfortunately, the band is facing a shortage of instruments as more and more members join. We had the opportunity to talk to the band director to find out more.
Hello, my name is Patrick Brady. I am the band director at Anderson County Middle School and Anderson County High School. Some of the problems we're having now is we're growing faster than we can support ourselves. When I started here at the middle school, we had about 120 students. This year we have about 220 students. It's about doubled in size. At the high school concert band, we started with 19 kids. This year we have about 75. And in the marching band, my first year in 2009, we had a little less than 40 students, and this year we had 104 students. And every group that I just stated is supposed to grow next year. The marching band's probably going to have about 120 to 130. The high school band's probably going to grow from 75 to in the 90s, and my middle school programs will probably grow by about 20 kids. Got an interesting problem that most people never have. I've got fewer instruments and flags and just different things than my kids are able to play. I own 4 sousaphones that are on here on the wall. I have 4 kids that played sousaphone last year. I have 2 new kids that want to come up and play at the high school marching band. I'm not great at math, but I need more sousaphones. Everything we have been buying since I've been here, we've had to buy B stock or used from a company. That doesn't deter my kids. They do extremely well. My kids don't care what they look like. We've got some pieces taped up right now covering holes. We've got finish worn off the back of the tuba bell. We've got dents that happen. But this is a huge expense. One of these new, if you get a pretty good brand, they cost about $9,000. We buy kind of I call it a work truck. It's a Silverado a white Silverado with work wheels and roll down windows. We buy brands like that, and they still start at about $5,500, and I bought some stuff used for about $3,000. So beggars can't be choosers. My kids want to be a part of it. We get them an instrument that works solidly, and they practice, and they kind of do the work to make everything else come to fruition. We just make things work here in Anderson County. Another thing that we are needing is timpani. We had a set of timpani that were bought a little over 20 years ago. They're currently at the middle school because they don't work anymore. We repaired and repair them. They break about a month after we repair them. There's no parts left for them. They're a brand that they don't make anymore, and a model that nobody else had. It was kind of a prototype. So these are the instruments we're using. These were built or bought in the 70s, not by us, from Ballard High School. And I think you can see that these are pretty worse for wear. The pedals don't fully work, but they work a lot better than what we had. I think somewhere stamped on this one you can see that it says Ballard High School, or Ballard on there. Ballard had 3 sets of timpanis, one to play outside, one to play inside, and these were stacked up in the back of the band room, and they wanted space, so Anderson County Band took them off their hands because they were better than what we had. We're very thankful for what we have. The board does give us a budget every year, but that pays for transportation and just a couple of other items, and we fundraise like crazy over here, and my kids also pay a band fee. A lot of people ask us how they can help the band. We have a PayPal where you can donate straight from your phone if you've got a PayPal account. Now, a lot of people ask, how much we need. A saxophone costs $1,000. A pair of drumsticks costs $10. Box of reeds costs $30. So any amount we are always tickled to death, and we can always do it. It's a nonprofit organization, so you can always write it off on your taxes. And a lot of people say, is there anything else I can do to help the band? If you've ever been a member of this band, or you've had somebody as a member of the band in your family, and you might have a old trumpet or trombone sitting in your closet, or old cymbals, or Aunt Ruthie's old clarinet, we can take that. 9 times out of 10, they're not in working order, but just with a little bit of money, a little bit of tweaking, we can put that into a beginner's hands, and that makes all the difference in the world. A lot of kids now come to me and say they can't afford to be in band because they don't own an instrument. But a lot of people come off the street and hand me trumpets, and a lot of kids, have made a career out of somebody donating an instrument. I had a kid, one of the top 30 trumpets in the state. He's probably going to get a full ride. He started on, a used trumpet that somebody had donated, and he's playing on a school horn now still that we bought him. And he's one of the tops in the state of Kentucky, and he's probably going to be going to school next year totally free. If not, he'll be making money back. So anything that you can do, whether it's a personal donation, a business donation, or just donating an instrument, it really, really helps out.
Covering all your community news and events, this is Downtown Lawrenceburg, KY.com.